Is this thing on?
Hello everybody and welcome along to another Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode with TechnoJock. I'm down in my mine at the moment. You might ask yourself, why on earth are you down in your mine? You have a quarry, Techno. Well, yes I do, but if you recall at the end of the last episode, I was a little bit concerned about my power situation, and I was thinking about doing a big reactor, and I said I was going to have all the bits ready for me for this, but I have decided to do something different. Change of plans again. How am I not surprised, you say to yourself? Well, I've decided to do something a little bit more interesting. I am keeping with my solar panels. But, of course, we had a problem with the Electrotine. Electrotine and Lapis were our big areas of concern. And we didn't really have enough power to be able to power our UU matter, blah, 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 blah. You know the story. So, I'm down in my mine because I've made myself a new hammer. As you can see, I have a bunch of stuff here in my inventory. And my new hammer, well, I've gone and broken the game again. I have named it Basilisk's Gaze, as it's an ironic term because it doesn't turn things to stone, it just simply melts stone. So if we go up to a wall like this, it's obscenely quick. And as you can see, it recharges. It actually mines a lot quicker than I can recharge it, or it recharges from my resonant flux capacitor here. Oh, I'll have that. But as you can see, the reason I have this new hammer is this one has silk touch on it, which means I can pick up Electrotine ore in its natural state, rather than getting the Electrotine itself. Up until now, I've just been mining either with the Fortune hammer to get more from it, or I have been doing it through the quarry, which doesn't have Fortune or silk touch on it at the moment. So the reason I want that, you will see in my inventory, I also have this thing, this material absorber, and I've already got 80% of the Electrotine I require in this thing. So if I put that Electrotine down on the ground, like thus, and put this thing on top, it's got to be on top. There we go, it's gone up to 83%. So it's very close to me having that, and that will allow me to make an Electrotine ore dimlet from RFTools. So we're starting work on trying to make a dimension that we can go to that has an awful lot of Electrotine ore in it, be it in some sort of like pyramid or tendrils or orbs or something like that in there, or it could just be the entire place is made out of it. I think that would be too expensive for us to be able to build just now, but something with pyramids or orbs or something with Electrotine ore we could easily do. So this is what we're doing here. This of course has had a beneficial side effect. Whilst I've been down here, as you can see on the map, it's pretty extensive down here. It was extensive before, but I've done some running around. However, round here we have the other things that I have been mining up whilst I've been doing this. So we've got redstone, we've got lapis, we've got diamond, we've got coal, and we even have the dense versions there at the front of this. So let's get this dense lapis and put that down as well. And all I did was use the builder's one to build this out, and now I've got my Fortune 3 hammer. And let's run through this and watch our levels go up and watch our server lag out completely, and watch us get all of these lovely, lovely things for days. I think my inventory is completely full now. Yes, it is. And I need to get rid of some of the stuff to be able to pack it in a bit better. Let's go and see if we can get some lovely, lovely... Oh, how do I get out of here again? Is it down here? Yes, it's down here. There we go. Right, so let's see if we can get some more of that Electrotine and get some RFTools goodies on the go. So the first stage in our RFTools adventure is to not do the wrong kind of machine frame. There we go. So we get our RFTools machine frame, and then we get ourselves the Dimlet Researcher. Bear in mind, this does have to be an unknown Dimlet. It can't be an already researched one that you've picked up from a treasure chest or something like that. And if we go down here to the second level, I thought I'd put our RFTools stuff down here. And I'm just going to put this there for the time being. Now, first thing to note, the tooltip up at the top in Wayla says infused 0%. We will get to infusing things later on, but we need to actually get to an RFTools dimension before we can do that. There's a particular resource that only spawns in the world gen of RFTools dimensions, and it is a kind of a crystal stuff that you can mine up, and then you use that to infuse the machines and make them more efficient. Once this thing's powered, we can put our unknown dimlets in here, and they will give us a random thing. So biome fen. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we need to get a few of these out, and a lot of them are going to be things that we're really not interested in. I've no particular interest in ever making a world that's got a biome of a heathland in it. That one, however, terrain normal, that's a handy one to have. Extreme hills could be handy for emeralds. And what's this one now? Marble. Flooded cavern, probably not particularly helpful. Liquid silicon might be. Lush swamp, no. Sky black clouds. But that's us done. So we've got one out of that is helpful, and a couple that might be helpful. But I doubt it. Silicon's not that hard to get. I'm not really that interested in getting that. So where are we going to get more of these? So you can get the dimlets in treasure chests, as I said, but one of the best places to get them is actually from Enderman. Oh, incidentally, I made another reactor. Because we decided not to make a big reactor and I needed some extra power, I brute forced myself another reactor in. We're doing okay for rods there, and this one's filling up nicely. So yeah, so we've got more EU down here. That's a thing. Still making some more up. Excellent, that's doing that, and that is canning up some of that. Brilliant. Working nicely. So yeah, we want to be able to get more of these dimlets from Enderman. Now, I can't remember if I actually have the end portal dimension, the end. Oh, we do have the end farm. Excellent. Let's go to the end portal just now. We've got all of our stuff with us that we'll need. Yeah, let's go and grab some stuff from, oh, no, wrong one, to the end portal, please. There we go. Let's pop through. Oh, hello, Mr. Endermini. Yeah, let's go to the end farm. There we go, in the little room that Stalker so nicely made for me. And we should be getting dimlets somewhere. I may have to... Oh, here we go. So, let's just grab some of these. I don't know why these are... Perfect. We've got a load of them here. What we'll do is, at some point, we will AFK here and get some more of these. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah. Actually, I'm not going to... I'll put them all into there. There. Right. 2, 3, 5 stacks I think is more than enough, because I happen to know that Stalker's doing some stuff with us as well. We need to go back to the main island. Ouch. And I need to go through this portal, because I don't actually have a way of getting back other than that just now. So we'll go through these and see what we can get from them. Just bringing you back for a second, because we've got our last bit of Electrotine that we should need. That's very satisfying. And there we go. It's sitting at 100%. Excellent. So we're still waiting for the other resonant machine frames at the moment, so we can build the rest of the machines. So we'll be back when that's ready. Okay, we've got our resonant machine frames. We made a bunch of them overnight, and we've got ourselves one Dimlet scrambler and one Dimlet workbench, the next steps we need towards this. So there you go. Remember, these ones do need unknown Dimlets. Research ones do not work. So we'll grab these and we'll take them downstairs. And we'll go over here. So I think the Dimlet Scrambler we'll put next to the Researcher. That would make sense. That one does take power. I'm not sure if this one does take power. Yeah, that one takes power as well. So we need to be able to make the electric. Let's have a look at our thing here. Pay no attention to that. We want the Electrotine or Dimlet. Now, this one is a rarity 1, so we need to be able to build another rarity 1. So I've picked this one out. We've got a few of these material rarity 1s, and I don't think I'm going to be needing marble anytime soon, and we've actually got a couple marble ones anyway. So, hopefully, this will allow us to do what we need to do. What's it going to do? It's going to do a whizzy thing, and it's going to give us Dimlet control circuitry and Dimlet basic energy module. Okay, so what do? We put that in there and that in there. We still need some other stuff. Now I will need the material one. That goes in there. So we need some more rarity 1 things. So let's have a look at more material rarity 1s. Materials, blue stained glass. That's rarity 2. Don't want that. Grey stained clay, nope. Not going to need that. Lime stained clay, again, not going to need that. Magenta stained clay. Another stained clay, another marble one. And nether redstone ore. Oh, that's quite nice. Now, I got an excited message from Stalker earlier on today that he'd got the nether uranium ore Dimlet, and that's extremely good. Looking forward to using it, but I don't think he'd seen the upkeep and the crate and the maintain cost of it, because its upkeep is 10,000 RF per tick. So yeah, I don't think he'd seen that. And the other thing, which I hadn't seen as well, is the cost of. There we go. We've done it. So we've got all the bits. It took a few. So it needs a base part, it needs control circuit rarity 1, energy module. I think we could have probably got that from any rarity level. I think it was this one that was the tricky thing about the rarity. Material type controller we obviously need to get from material. Then that was obviously the very important bit that we had to make ourselves, and that gives us a material Electrotine or Dimlet. 10 RF a tick maintain cost, which I think is very doable. Obviously there's going to be maintain costs and things for other bits of it that we need to make, but that gives us the basis for doing this. So, yeah, the other thing that we need to actually be able to make this thing is the dimension builder. Where are you, dimension builder? Dimension inscriber and the dimension builder. Now, the dimension inscriber is fine, and that's what we use. We'll take our dimlets and put them together and inscribe them onto a blank dimension tab, one of these things, which again should be pretty easy to make. Yeah, it is. So we take all of our custom bits. If it was Mistcraft, it'd be pages, but in this case it's dimlets, and we put them into this thing, the dimension inscriber, and then we need to use the dimension builder to actually charge up this thing, this realized dimension. And yeah. Oh, that's nasty. So 4 awakened draconium blocks. So that's 1 dragon heart right there, because you can only make 4 awakened draconium at a time with a dragon heart. So that's 1 dragon heart there. Then you need 4 draconic flux capacitors. So 4 awakened cores, 4 wyvern flux capacitors, and 4 draconic energy cores. Each draconic energy core needs an awakened core. So it needs another draconium block for that, for those. These take, the wyvern cores aren't that bad, but that's another block. Each of these is, you can see how I'm getting on here. So we are a ways away from being able to make our dimension builder, and that's going to be the hugely expensive bit. Now, if you recall, back when Stalker and I took on the dragon, I actually picked up the dragon heart. He said I could take it, so I have the dragon heart. But that's only going to help us with those first 4 blocks. So what I have got is, I have started to piece together the stuff that I need for the resurrection ritual, because I'm going to need to do that a few times. But that requires 12 blocks of quartz. Fair enough. 4 blocks of diamonds. That's pretty expensive. Charged draconium blocks. Yeah. Let's have a look at the charged draconium blocks. Charged draconium blocks each take 100 million RF. There's that. So 2 resonant energy frames, effectively. And that's draconium ingots, which is expensive enough. We don't have a huge amount of this stuff. And a wyvern core, which is nether star, this stuff, and then another 4 diamonds, another 12 draconium, another 12 things, gold blocks. It gets very, very expensive, and that's just to make the resurrection ritual. Now, to make the or rather awakened draconium blocks, you need up to 4 draconium blocks, but you're going to have to use 4. If you're going to do it, you're going to use 4. And then 16 of the draconic cores. So you need 4 per each charged draconium block that you're going to use. So 16 wyvern cores, 16 nether stars, 16 vibrant alloy, 16, no, a stack of diamonds. Yeah. So I've got that to work on between episodes, I think. But the thing that I do want to do, the more astute of you will notice this thing, a mob soul. Because there's the other bit of this as well, which I forgot to mention, which is the resurrection stone. The central bit of the resurrection ritual is the resurrection stone. That needs 4 mob souls. I don't think they need to be all of the same type, but they do need to be 4 mob souls. Plus wyvern cores, plus a draconium block. But the mob souls are probably the most tricky thing to get there. I can get the rest of it. So I put Reaper onto our etheric sword. Back when we were making our enchanting setup here and had our printing press and all that set up, I got a book of Reaper 3, wherever it is. Yeah, there it is, Reaper 3. So I printed up all 3 of those, kept 1, and combined the other 2 to make Reaper 4, which I then kept with this one, and combined the other 2 to make Reaper 5, and I have got Reaper 5 there, and probably somewhere else as well. And one of them I have put onto that etheric sword. Couldn't put it onto any of my Tinker's weapons, funnily enough, because that would be just ridiculous. So we've got it on there, and I put on sharpness as well. So we're going to take that, and yeah, the mob soul I got there, I managed to get within about the first 10 seconds of whacking things in the mob tower, but it didn't, yeah, the first 30 seconds got that one, the next 15 minutes I got nothing at all. So I was risking getting repetitive strain injury in my index finger from clicking so much. So, I have made myself a Franken zombie, which is a zombie head, a Z-Logic controller, which is made in the Slice and Splice, which is a zombie head, 2 Solarium, a redstone and 2 silicon. Easy stuff. And then that, along with a mob soul from a zombie itself, gives you your Franken zombie. Then, if we come over here and get, we need one more fused quartz. Let's get another 4 of that. And I need dark steel, which we've got plenty of, and I need 3 of that. Let's go like this. Come over here. And, oh yeah, I did a deal with Stalker as well. That was the other thing that happened in between episodes. He was in need of a bunch of Yellorium. He's going the big reactors route, which I'm kind of trying to sidestep with my solar panels. But of course I need Electrotine for that, so I gave him a bunch of Yellorium, and he gave me a bunch of Electrotine, which I have now used. All of 1 Killer Joe. Nice. Yeah, so he gave me... Oh, I've taken the alarm down as well, because it was just annoying me. Come on. Oh, it's just turned daytime. Yeah, so it was... he gave me a bunch of Electrotine, which meant I was able to craft myself my second resonant solar panel. Oh yeah. So yeah, even with a bunch of stuff running at the moment, making UU matter, it's coping reasonably well. And quite happy with things as they stand just now. So let's go with this over. Oh, it's pretty easy. Let's do this then. Yeah, let's help Phoenix out with this. We can pick up our drum, and we can pop that into there. This has been upgraded as well. I'm not quite sure if I went over this with you. I upgraded our fluid transposer to be faster, and our magma crucible. And that was when I was doing these redstone energy flux ducts, because it was taking a while. Yeah, I upgraded those so they're nice and fast. Any bookshelves? So I think I've got some bookshelves over here. Certainly got some books. Yeah, we've got a bunch of books. And it does. I discovered you can't use the wood that we're getting from those big trees downstairs, unfortunately. A bit of a shame, but never mind. There we go, that should do. Let's see if this should do. And we can pop these in here, and you'll see how quickly these do now if we turn that over that way. And that should do nicely for them. There we go, and that's used up all that stuff. That's a good amount. And we can pop this down here, and it will just refill. You need 8 wood each. If he's going to need that, he's going to need a bit more. I wonder if he's got any more bookcases. Let me sort this out for Phoenix. Okay, that's Phoenix quite happy with his job lot of magical wood. Don't know what he's making. I think he's trying to make a hammer like I've got. yeah, so let's take a toddle over here and get our Killer Joe set up. Hopefully this won't be too difficult. It looks like we've got some escapees again. I'm not quite sure how they're getting. I think they might actually be dropping down. I don't think so. I wouldn't have thought they can. But that's just glitching out. But yeah, this area is. Unless this. No. This should be devoid of any silliness, but never mind. Anyway. Right, we want to put it there, I think. Hopefully that faces in the way, yeah. And we can give him that sword, which should be fine. Don't need to worry about the IO stuff. And we just want to put our drum there. Pressurized fluid conduit there, taking from there and putting in there. There it goes. Well, that's working. Yep, it's going to quite happily do all that. Now, the loot drops should still be dropping from there and going into our setup here. I've stuck on an extra little chest to the side because we've got some overflow stuff that's not going in here. I need to sort something out with this because it's quite ridiculous just now. It's by far and away not optimized, but I'm kind of holding on for the time being. But we've got this, and this should get us, yeah, there we go, we've got stuff coming in. That's fine, that shows it's working. And we just need to wait for Mobsol, really. This is quite happily going away and doing stuff. It's not picking up the XP because we are. And yeah, it's going down. It's going down at a fair rate. Yeah, we're going to need to get a lot more nutrient distillation done, but we can do that in another drum and take that over. But yeah, that's kind of taking care of business. Now we'll have to hang around over here because this area isn't. Well, I mean, this just relies on me being here. Even if I chunk load it, if I'm not here, it's not going to spawn things other than that one witch spawner. I'm not even sure if this is chunk loaded because there was an update. No, it's not chunk loaded. Yeah, let's. Oh yeah, it's control left click. There we go. That'll chunk load it, so the witches at least will continue to spawn, and anything down here will continue to move. But that's taking care of all those spiders that keep on hanging about there. And I think there's some big slimes as well, kept on getting stuck somewhere. Oh, that's going to be a little bit friendlier down here now. Excellent. So we just kind of got to wait for a Mobsol now. Yeah. Right. Well, we need to get all the rest of the stuff for the dimension building done. So let's have a look. We need the dimension inscriber. That's the next thing. So we're at the stage we get our tool frame and RFTools machine frame and make our dimension inscriber. So we've got that. Let's go down to here. What's up with? And we can pop this here. Need to get another bit of conduit over there. And we'll hook it up and hopefully get this bit done. Just the one, please. That's fine. Ooh, what's that doing? Oh, it doesn't actually need power. Oh well, never mind. So, we need one of those tabs as well. Let's go and get some paper and redstone. Paper and redstone. Let's get the redstone there, and then we just go paper, of which we have an abundance. Now, I'm not going to obviously need all of these, but I think it's like that and like that. Yes, it is. Excellent. We will need a few of these in the future, I imagine, but we're a long way away from getting to that point. So we can go like put that there. Ooh. Now, we could just do store, and it would make a completely random dimension. But if we take tendrils is one of the things that we've got. We can do, I had a look at some of these. Let's have a look. Yeah, the features that we want to have. We could have had oregen and increased the oregen, or these pyramid things, but we don't have the only one I actually have is the tendrils. But that's perfectly acceptable. I can manage to do that. And it's modifier first, and then the feature. So it's going to make Electrotine tendrils, not tendril Electrotine. So kind of it works grammatically the same as English in that respect, as much as English actually has any grammar. Okay, so Electrotine tendril world. Sound sensible? Okay, so we've got that. Now it's going to take 2030 RF a tick to create, over 251 ticks. I can cope with that. We've got 100 million RF storage, and only 29 RF per tick to actually power this world. So this is actually a really low power world. And I'm really rather pleased about that. Now I'm aware that we've actually reached the wrapping up point. So in between episodes, I'm going to get ready for doing the dragon resurrection ritual. We'll do that one, and we'll get some more of those dragon hearts, and we'll charge up some draconium, and we should have some mob souls by that point, I hope. So that takes us up to the end of this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like it, please do leave a like. It helps other people find the videos as well as helping me out. It would be great. If you haven't already, do subscribe, and of course check out the other seasoned gamers. You can find links to them in the description of this video and in the featured channels as well. But until the next time, it's a bye-bye from me, and have a funs.